So about 25 years ago, I was a young guy and I said, God, I want to get into construction. My dad was in construction as a kid. So I went out and I bought an F-350. I'm like, man, this is going to be amazing. 5 years later, I was still doing the same thing. I was doing foundations, I was digging footers, I was pouring concrete, framing houses, and I'm like, something has to change. This isn't working. So what did I do? I went back and I said, I have to create systems. I have to create processes. I actually have to start trusting the people that I employ. Fast forward 20 years ago, now I'm doing ICF construction, huge homes, commercial construction, pouring slabs, doing everything. It gave me the opportunity to actually scale and grow my business. So the biggest thing is when we talk about our brands and talk about what we do and the companies you work for, it's about really understanding what are the core values and the mission that we work for every single day. And do your employees, do they understand the mission of the company and how we're doing it? So today I'm going to take you through 4 fundamentals that have helped me grow and scale. So objective 1, define a cohesive brand identity. So when we're talking about the 3 pillars of your brand, these are 3 words that represent your company. What is your mission statement? How many people in here have a mission statement? The problem with not knowing your vision and the mission of your company is nobody can articulate and grow the business. They don't understand the details that make a difference in your company. So when you understand the mission and the vision of your company, it's going to be critical to every single aspect of everything we do and you do to scale and grow your business and to motivate your people. So here, my construction company is quality, integrity, and vision. So when I ask any one of my employees in my construction company, I say, what does the word quality mean to you? And they're like, oh, we have quality products. We deliver quality services. The customer loves what we do every single day. So you can't just say the word quality without backing it up. So the next one is integrity. Integrity was so critically important to me personally, I had to have that. So integrity was the same thing, authenticity, ethics, credibility, trustworthiness. I'm an architect at heart, a structural engineer at heart. So when I say vision, they're like, how do you see that? I've been blessed with like 3D vision. I can see things like a blueprint. You go look at a blueprint, a lot of us can see it already built. A lot of people can't see that. So many homeowners and owners of businesses, and they can't see it. And they're like, why can't you see this? And I'm like, it's right there. It's like, yeah, this is the room. So vision was critically important. But when I take vision to my employees, what I make sure they're having is, what does the word vision mean to you? When they're on a site and they have to make a change or something's not right, how are they articulating the vision? Not only to the superintendent, the GC, who is it? I want to make sure that they know how to articulate this based on our core values and the brand of our company. How am I articulating the employees that this is a pillar of my company? Trustworthiness is so important to us and our customers. I had a pump truck out there, like I said, I was pouring ICF the other day. Man, the guy got out of the pump truck. Man, he was in uniform. He looked amazing. I was confident right then that I have a guy that's paying attention to details because of that. It is a very big thing. When you define your 3 pillars of your company, put them all over everything. Put them on your shirt. My hats that I wear, my company's called Why Not Build. It's Tony backwards, so it's Why Not. So that's the name of my company. On my hat, it says vision, quality. And so everything, integrity, vision, and quality on my hats, on my logos, on every single thing I do. I live and breathe it every single day. Because unless you're living and breathing your 3 pillars every single day, it'll never resonate with your employees until you're preaching it every single day. Whoever raised their hand on the back, they have a mission statement. I guarantee it's not on your logo, it's not on your business card. It's too hard. But 3 simple words make the difference in the world. Identifying system. We all have systems, right? Everybody in here has a system. We teach systems every single day, right? Systems are built off of friction. I want you to go back to your companies today when you go back home, and I want you to think about every single process that you do and make sure there's a written system for it. We as owners and managers and leaders, we expect the employees to know things on their own, but it's us that hasn't defined the why. You have 1,000 whys in your company. Document every one of them and watch your employees succeed. And watch your managing aspects and the tasks that you have to do in management go down. Because you're actually empowering them to do their job and do it well. Key performance indicators. How many people look at your key performance indicators weekly? The second they become a routine, the second your KPIs become a routine, go to the next 5. I love software. I own a SaaS company. I built a SaaS company because I was frustrated because there was nothing out there to do it. So I built my own SaaS company, and SaaS is software as a service. So the thing is, your software is great. There's so much data in it, it's overwhelming. The amount of data in our software is crazy. It's too much, right? So the biggest thing is your KPIs, key performance indicators. If you're not going over at least 5 right now in your companies, you need to go back and change that. How well are our trucks? How's the maintenance on our truck? Let's have a KPI on maintenance of our vehicles. Understanding if our vehicles aren't running efficiently, how much is that gonna hurt? Expectations are everything. Setting the proper expectations, but if you don't have the right systems, you can't do expectations. So every single day when you have friction at your home, that will affect how you delegate and how successful you are on delegation every day, because we've determined the friction, we don't want to have the same mistake again, because who's it costing money? It's costing us money. At the end of the day, it's not the employee, it's us, we're losing. They're not losing, you're going to fire them, they're going to go get another job. Are they going to care about your company? They're not going to care. But if you don't correct the system in your company, you're going to have the same problem over and over and over again, and you won't scale. Companies are like, they get to $5 million a year, and they're like, we can't scale. A micro mistake versus a macro mistake. Write this down. If you don't take your employees and let them have a micro failure, they will never grow. The second you ask them to do a job and they have a micro failure, you crit, hey, what are you doing? I told you how to do this. They'll never grow, because you know what they won't want to do? They won't want to do it again. You allow them to have a micro failure, then they correct it, and you go up to them and you say, oh my God, you did a great job. What do you think they do next? Hey boss, what else can I do? You're empowering your people. If you run your business every day and think that you have problems, you're not delegating properly, you're not setting the proper systems. When we have solutions, we create results, right? We'll have to do. I don't have problems, I have opportunities. You walk into any one of my employees, I have 350 employees right now, you ask any one of my employees right now, do we have problems in this company? And they're like, no, we have opportunities. You know why they say that? Because I drill it in their damn heads every day. We have problems in this company? No, we have opportunities, sir. What's the problem? What opportunities create? Solutions create what? ROI. Result, and then ROI, right? ROI is our big thing, right? How are we paying our bills? We need ROI. We need a return on our investment. How many people hire employees in here? Who hires? Almost everybody, right? Now I'm going to tell you again. If I tell you I've never hired an employee in my life, never. And I've had over 20,000 of them. I've never hired one of them. I invest in my people. So when I'm in an interview, I'm investing in them. I ask them in an interview, constantly an interview, and I say, hey, what do you want out of this job? And they're like, you just asked me what I want? Yeah, because it's an investment. If you took $10,000 and gave me $10,000, what do you expect back? Every employee we hire is an investment that we're expecting a return from. And it's critically important. Stop hiring people. Start investing in them. Change your mindset. We are in the what business? People business. So when you're in the people business and you start investing in your people, that's when you'll start to make a difference. Because when we hire, we have a very low bar. You're hired, go do your job. No, you're an investment. Because I know if I hire you today, you're going to be an amazing investment. You are going to create return on investment for me.
You said you work 100 hours a week.
I do.
How do you take care of yourself?
Honestly, being in this room today with you is what inspires me. I love being here with you today because as an entrepreneur, I've founded many, many businesses in my life. I've lost multiple companies in my life from hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there's key fundamentals in business that if you do the key fundamentals in business, you invest in people, you set the right pillars, then you'll be successful. But entrepreneurship is critically difficult and the failure rate is way too high. And honestly, if we understand we're in one business, we're in the people business, we start investing in our people, that will change. Why are we not keeping employees? Because you're not communicating with them. I want you to know what gap analysis is, all right? So when I coach, I teach, I talk about gaps, right? Where are you at in your company right now? And where do you want to go? So if you're at $1 million a year right now and you want to go to $5 million a year, how do I get there? I guarantee you the number one answer is going to be people, right? The second answer is going to be systems. The second answer is going to be, how do we delegate, how I treat them. The third answer is going to be, do I invest in employees or do I hire them? And then do we have problems? No. What do we have? I didn't hear you. What do we have? Opportunities. What do opportunities create? Solutions. Solutions create.
Money.
I ain't hear you. What is it? Solutions create what? Results create. ROI.